From the Mapleview Animal Hospital studios, this is the WHTC Morning News with Gary Stevens and Peg McNichol on 99.7, 1450 WHTC and WHTC.com.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town in a moment. That'll be in a half hour, but welcome back to Morning News for this Friday, November the 13th. Friday mornings, we usually wrap up our morning news week, taking a look ahead to what's going on in the state travel-wise. When we were in normal situations, what would be a good tank full of gas to drive to from the lakeshore around the state? We call the segment Travel Michigan, and we normally are joined, and we are once again joined by Vice President for Pure Michigan, Dave Lorenz. He's on the other end of our Zoom connection. Dave, good morning. And I want to start by saying I'm wearing the wrong shirt. I should have worn a flannel shirt today. Be in the proper garb for hunting deer. The firearm deer hunting season starts at dawn on Sunday.
You know, I actually forgot that. I can't believe I forgot that. You're absolutely right. I'm actually wearing a fleece today. I was down in Vicksburg last week, seeing the progress on what's called the mill at Vicksburg. It's a former paper mill, went out of business, I think 20 years ago, and had been there for maybe 100 years. So really old building. It's being rehabbed and rebuilt into a really exciting craft beer place, a beer garden, a conference center, a hotel, an entertainment district. It's going to be incredible. You know, so as we deal with all these challenges we're looking at today, we can look at projects like that and say, hey, this is not happening right now, but we know what will happen in the future. Life goes on. We keep on, keep on moving forward and planning for the future. And of course, as you say, one of the great things that we get to do in this state is hunting. And it's a great way to distance, is get out there in the woods and do a little deer hunting real soon.
I always say, I mean, I've been saying ever since I've gotten this chair in 2016, but I say it even before then. I wish all of our hunters well.
Yeah.
The firearm hunting season that begins on Sunday, the Robin Hood and his merry men and ladies doing the bow and arrow in the Lincoln Green from October. We wish them safe times. Hopefully all will be well. And I wish all of the hunters will be able to bag the maximum amount they have. Because,
we certainly have the ability because we are overrun by deer. Everybody loves to see a whitetail deer every so often, but my golly, you look in our area alone. I mean, I just saw a beautiful buck in our backyard the other day. We see deer all the time. Between deer and turkey, they've taken over a lot of our populated areas. And you know what that means? That means all these car accidents and such. And nobody benefits from that.
That's why I say, for all of our hunting friends, the more you get, the less we hit. So.
Gary, you are sounding more and more like a Youper every day, which I know you are. So the funny thing is, the people on the Upper Peninsula, as much as we love to see deer, most of my friends in the UP, they just can't stand them because there's so many deer most of the time that there are so many vehicle accidents. And of course, down here, we've been noticing that over the last couple of years as the deer population has been growing in the agricultural regions of the Lower Peninsula. So I am with you. I don't personally hunt anymore, but I wish those hunters good luck. And here's a good thing. All those deer hunting permits and fishing permits that have been sold since the pandemic, it's been incredible. And all those dollars, of course, go back into the Natural Resources Fund so we can, invest in preserving our natural areas. It's pretty impressive. People have been looking to get outside, and starting on Sunday, looks like they're going to be able to do that and maybe bag some deer.
We hope, again, a very safe and a very successful hunt for all that will be involved heading throughout the entire state. Of course, in the UP, they have to not only worry about deer, they have to worry about moose.
Yeah, moose. I've only seen 2 moose in the in the mainland area of the UP. Of course, I've seen several in Isle Royale, but the moose in the Upper Peninsula have been this year traveling to the Lake Michigan shoreline, which that doesn't happen very often. There are a lot of them in that Newberry area, and then of course out by Lance and kind of between Marquette and Ishpeming. But they've traveled down like to the St. Ignace area and over by Nobbinway and places. So I was actually up there the same day that a deer actually, or a moose actually got in Lake Michigan. That didn't end up well. So let's hope they continue to prosper in the UP. They're a beautiful thing to see. Just don't get too close.
Indeed. One final thing, Dave Lorenz. I hate to mention this because it means, we're getting toward winter.
That's okay with me.
Snow for some of us, other people, bring it on.
Yeah.
What are you hearing from your friends and our friends with the ski resorts? What are they hopeful for as we will have might be a full winter of this situation that we're in right now with COVID, but also we're due for a good winter, not the mild winters we've had the last couple of years.
Yeah, actually, I was just in a meeting with the Michigan Snow Sports Industries Association. I left that meeting to be with you. They've been having regular meetings often on Fridays, and I've been joining them as much as possible. So they're preparing for the coming season. They have a kind of a know before you go program that we're going to be promoting on michigan.org. You'll be seeing all the details of their safety protocols very soon. Here are a couple of things for people who love winter like me that they should know. Before you go, make sure you know all the details of the expectations. You will need to wear a mask indoors and even outdoors in our ski areas this season, because remember, when you're going up and down the hill, you go to that lift, and that's where you're going to have to take the safety protocols seriously, just as you would indoors. So I know that's a little bit strange, but it will be necessary, especially now. These COVID numbers all around the country have doubled in the last 3 weeks. So we either stop it now and put it back into a reverse, or we will go through another shutdown. It's inevitable. And for people who are saying the governor can't do the lockdown because of the lawsuits earlier, it's not actually true, because that ruling that came down earlier said that the governor could not extend the emergency from month to month to month without legislative approval. Well, the legislature won't be in session, but the governor can, in an emergency situation, call for something like this or other measures. And it would take weeks for any kind of a legal challenge to proceed. So either we take the Pure Michigan Pledge, which we're encouraging people to do to keep each other safe, and it's so very easy, or our ski industry opportunities are going to be drastically inhibited, and our opportunities to do anything are going to be inhibited. So we need to do all we can to think of others, to do these simple things. Let's go through them one more time. Face mask indoors and outdoors in public places when you're with others. Keep your hands clean. Carry that sanitizer. Things like this. Distance as much as possible. And the big one, if you're not feeling well, stay home. Stay home. And if you're not feeling well to the point where you think you might have COVID, call before you go, but then go get a test. They're free. Just check with your doctor's office and they'll help you through the whole thing. I've actually taken tests twice during this time. Once because I had to go through surgery. The second because I was in an area where somebody with COVID. I can tell you early on, that test was not fun. But the test they have out now is not bad at all. In fact, you barely even notice you're going through it. So take these safety protocols seriously so we can travel this winter right here in Michigan.
I will say this, though, Dave. It might be easier for people to wear a mask in the wintertime outside because it'll keep their face warm.
Yeah, that. I have asthma, so it's funny. The face mask sometimes is more comfortable for me. So I was joking around with my friends when this is all done, and it will be done soon. Pfizer's out with a vaccine. Before you know it, that'll be distributed. Others are out with vaccines and other medications. We'll be through this thing, but we've got to go through this next month, month and a half, 2 months, and take it very seriously. We can get it done.
He is Dave Lorenz, the vice president of Pure Michigan. He joins us most Friday mornings for our Travel Michigan segment here on WHTC's Morning News. David, as always, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Wish you and everyone well, and if all goes well, we'll do this one more time before Thanksgiving next Friday morning.
Sounds good. See you then.
Thank you very much, Dave Lorenz on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC.